Woo! Just got done with my workout here, P90X. Shout out to P90X. But also my brother has some cool stuff coming soon too. But coming at you from beautiful Clearwater right now. It's been a while before, since I've last done a hot tub video. But I was like, yo, it's Clearwater. I mean, can you see these epic views out here? It looks pretty amazing. But what I want to talk to you today about, something that actually my mom told me, right? My mom told me, be careful of the friends that you choose with and the people that you hang out with, because you're gonna become like them. And you know, the older I got, you know, I actually really started to appreciate, you know, what my mom, you know, told me. Because when I was young, I was like, I know it all. Nothing my mom could teach me. But you know, the older you get, you start to appreciate some of the things your parents tell you. You know, can't say I listen to all the stuff my mom tells me, but I can't tell you how much my life has changed surrounding myself with the right people. And it's not just because surrounding yourself with the right people, things have changed with me. It's because of the belief that has been instilled in me. And I can go back to early stories in my life. I had this friend, right? His name is Paul. You know, if he's watching, he probably watched a lot of my videos. So I've known Paul since I've been like in 3rd, 4th grade. And Paul's dad was a dentist, right? And he had a beautiful home, and we were living like in a small little 1-bedroom apartment. But when I actually got to go to his house, it changed my whole belief on what was possible in life. I'm not saying Paul is, basically I knew I was just as smart as Paul was, right? And you know, basically his whole family, I was like, there's nothing different between them, maybe just a bit of information and a little bit of time. And I knew then it totally shifted my belief with what was possible. I always saw it as like, oh my God, that's those other people that's possible for. But it was like really early on, just hanging out with different people, that I was like, wow, just because I live in this little 1-bedroom apartment, you know, we're struggling, that's not where I have to end up. It was, and I can't, and I honestly, I don't know, I really don't know if growing up everyone around me was struggling and I never saw anything better, I can say my life would be like this. Because when you surround yourself with a different circle, a lot of things change for you. You get access to different information. You get access to different belief levels. You get access to just so many different things that are not available in different circles. And life is not fair. I wish I could say it was, but it's not. But you have to almost force your way, because I'm telling you, if your dad's Donald Trump, shit, it's not gonna be hard to get in certain type of circles. You know, if your dad's Jordan, it's not gonna be hard to get in different type of circles, right? But the thing is, there's so many people who started from the bottom, now we're here, that have forced their way into different circles because of the information that they've read through books, you know, reaching out. And actually, one of the biggest things I can actually tell you, right, is so many people, they're like, oh, this person's successful, I'm just gonna actually go and say, teach me everything, versus thinking about, how can I actually add value, be an asset to that person, and make them say, I wanna work with you? Because I'll let you know right now, my biggest mentors in life, they were more than happy to share information with me, but when they have thousands of people begging for information, I had to figure out a way I could stand out from the crowd, right? I had to think about how I can add value to life, because they always wanted to be like, oh, Jabril, he learned stuff from me, now he's at this level because of the information I've shared with him. They love to brag about that shit, but when you have to make sure, they have to know though, when they invest their time in you, they see something in you. And I can't say that enough, because the reality is my mentors, people would pay them $50,000 just to hang out with them for a couple days. But why would they invest their time with me when I don't even have $50,000 in my bank account? Because the potential they saw in me, and that's really the biggest information I can. And when you're hanging around these people, they'll look at you in the eye and you'll start to figure out they're no different than you are, no different than I am. And that's what changed my whole belief system to like what is possible in life. When they started sharing some of the figures that they were doing, some of the things that we're doing, and where they started and where they were just, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 1 year ago, it starts to shift like, wow, maybe this is actually possible for me. And that's the biggest thing. I can say that's probably the most life-changing thing for me. It hasn't been a course, it hasn't been anything like that. It's just actually gaining the belief by hanging around with people who I wanted to be like, and I realized they weren't much different, and shit, I can't even say, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm the smartest guy in the world, but like obviously I'm not, but like there's so many people smarter than me, but they just gave me that belief that people are no different. It's just time. And also, this is probably one of the biggest things too. Basically not being a pussy, right? You can't be no pussy in life. And that's, I know a lot of pussies, and excuse my language, but so many people are scared to go after, their dreams because if they fail, people are gonna make fun of them, or just so many things that cripple them from where they could be in life. If I go for it and I have to leave my job, what happens if I can't afford my rent? People are scared, and they're like 25 years old worrying about if they can't afford their rent. They have no kids, no real excuses, but they're worried about some shit like that. I can't even tell you one entrepreneur that has not been through something, that said, damn. But most people, they just want to tiptoe through life and safely make it to death, right? Most people just want to tiptoe through life, make it safely to death, no real problems, coast with their $50,000, $60,000 a job year. And that's real, well, shit, government shut down, right? 2 days, people ain't even making money no more. But anyways, let me stay on topic. But I was like, yo, government jobs are cush, right? Can't never lose your government job, and they ain't even getting paid. But hey, it's not my life, so. But that's all I have to say, man. Coming at you from beautiful Clearwater. I'm just coming from the heart. I know I'm all over the place today, but I see so many potential in people that kind of die with their talents inside of them, and it's like Sonny in the Bronx Tale. The saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And I can't tell you how true that is. But I know this video is longer than my normal videos, and I'm sweating in this hot tub for you. And I'm having a good time. I'm actually out to beautiful sunny Bangkok in 2-3 days, 24-hour flight. Pray for me. That's a long ass flight. I don't know what I'm gonna do up there. Hopefully sleep, probably have a drink or two. Nah, I haven't actually had a drink had a drink last night. I forgot, my bad. But anyways, I'm gonna see you guys soon. Stay blessed. If you wanna come connect with me, you know where to find me. I respond to all my messages on Facebook. If you've sent emails, I apologize. There's like thousands of messages back there, and sometimes I've actually gone through messages last night, and some of them were from May. I try and go through 20, 30, 40 a day, but it's just like more coming. But Facebook, I pretty much get through all of those. Jabril from sunny Clearwater. Live your dreams and don't be a pussy. Peace.